The year is 1928. The world is on the cusp of change, with the echoes of the Great War still lingering in the air and the roaring 20s in full swing. Amidst this backdrop of transformation, a journey begins, one that will delve deep into the heart of the Sahara Desert. A caravan of camels trudges across the Sahara Desert, their shadows stretching long and thin across the golden dunes. The rhythmic sway of their gait is the only movement in this vast, silent expanse. The sun beats down relentlessly, a fiery orb in a cloudless sky. Heat waves shimmer off the sand, creating mirages that dance on the horizon, blurring the line between reality and illusion. Professor Evelyn Stone, a renowned archaeologist, leads her team toward a lost dynasty. Her reputation precedes her, built on years of meticulous research and groundbreaking discoveries. She is driven by an insatiable curiosity and a desire to uncover the secrets of the past. Legends spoke of a queen, Nefertiti's rival, buried in a tomb of unimaginable riches. This queen, shrouded in mystery, was said to possess treasures that could rival the greatest pharaohs. The allure of such a find was irresistible to Evelyn. Local whispers warned of a curse. The villagers spoke in hushed tones of ancient spirits and vengeful gods, their faces etched with fear and superstition. These tales, passed down through generations, were meant to deter any who dared to disturb the queen's rest. Evelyn dismissed them as folklore. To her, these stories were nothing more than the product of overactive imaginations and a lack of scientific understanding. She was determined to press on, undeterred by the warnings. Her ambition burned brighter than the desert sun. The setting sun cast long shadows across the dunes, but Evelyn's resolve remained unwavering. She was on the brink of a discovery that could redefine history. Evelyn's nephew, Daniel, joined her. Fresh out of university, Daniel was eager to prove himself. He had grown up listening to his aunt's tales of adventure and discovery, and now he had the chance to be a part of one. He was a young, eager historian, filled with dreams of making a name for himself. His enthusiasm was infectious, and he brought a fresh perspective to the team. He yearned to make a name for himself. The ancient maps and scrolls he studied were more than just artifacts, they were keys to unlocking the past, and he was determined to be the one to turn the lock. The veteran guide, Omar, watched with knowing eyes. He had spent a lifetime navigating the treacherous sands of the Sahara, and he knew the desert's secrets better than anyone. His wisdom was a beacon for the team. He had seen the desert claim many dreams. The ruins scattered across the landscape were a testament to the many who had come before, driven by ambition and curiosity, only to be swallowed by the unforgiving sands. The team, a mix of seasoned explorers and ambitious novices, felt the thrill of the unknown. Each member brought their own unique skills and perspectives, creating a dynamic and determined group. Their quest was about to unearth secrets best left buried. As they dug deeper into the sand, the anticipation grew. They were on the verge of a discovery that could change everything. The desert held its breath, waiting. The stillness was almost palpable, as if the very sands were aware of the impending revelation. Omar pointed toward a dune shimmering with an unnatural light. The glow was eerie, almost otherworldly, and it sent a shiver down the spines of those who saw it. "The whispers grow louder here," he muttered, his weathered face etched with concern. The desert seemed to be speaking, its voice carried on the wind, warning them of what lay ahead. Evelyn, ever the pragmatist, attributed it to heat haze and wishful thinking. She was a woman of science, and she refused to be swayed by what she considered to be mere illusions. She would soon learn the desert whispers held truths her scientific mind struggled to grasp. The line between myth and reality was about to blur, and Evelyn would find herself questioning everything she thought she knew. Days later, the sand parted. It revealed an entrance hidden for centuries. The team stood before a majestic gateway. Hieroglyphs, vibrant despite the passage of time, adorned the walls. They spoke of a queen, Neferet, and her reign of beauty and terror. A sense of awe and unease settled upon them. Daniel, his eyes gleaming with excitement, documented their findings. He sketched the intricate carvings, each stroke bringing them closer to the past. Professor Stone, her heart pounding with anticipation, deciphered the ancient language. The tomb's entrance, sealed with a lock no key could open, presented a final challenge. Omar, his gaze heavy with foreboding, noticed an inscription they had initially missed. "Those who disturb the eternal sleep of the Queen," he translated slowly, "shall face a fate worse than death." His words hung in the air, a chilling counterpoint to their excitement. With a grinding groan, the entrance yielded to their persistence. The air within, heavy and stale, carried the scent of time and forgotten things. The team, armed with torches and their unwavering curiosity, stepped inside. The antechamber, vast and echoing, took their breath away. Treasures beyond imagination glittered under their flickering light. Gold statues, intricate murals depicting scenes of a glorious past, and chests overflowing with jewels lined the walls. But amidst this splendor, an unsettling stillness hung in the air. It was as if the very tomb held its breath, observing their every move. The oppressive silence was broken only by their hushed whispers. They marveled at the craftsmanship, the beauty preserved through millennia. Yet an undercurrent of unease ran through their awe. The air grew colder and shadows danced at the edge of their vision. Section 4. The Jewel of the Nile awakens. In the heart of the Egyptian desert, a team of dedicated archaeologists had unearthed a tomb that had been lost to time. This was no ordinary discovery. It was a find that promised to rewrite history. At the heart of the tomb lay the burial chamber, a place untouched for millennia. The air was thick with the scent of ancient dust and the weight of history. A massive sarcophagus, crafted from obsidian and adorned with precious stones, dominated the room. Its presence was both majestic and foreboding, a silent guardian of secrets long forgotten. It pulsed with a faint, eerie light, as if the very essence of the past was trying to break free. The glow seemed to beckon, whispering tales of ancient pharaohs and lost civilizations. It drew them in like moths to a flame, their curiosity overpowering any sense of caution. The team, mesmerized by the artifact, could feel the weight of its significance. Evelyn, the lead archaeologist, approached the sarcophagus with reverence. She had spent her life chasing such discoveries, and now, she stood on the brink of the greatest one yet. Her gloved hand trembled as she touched its cold, smooth surface. The stone felt alive as if it were breathing, waiting for this very moment. The moment stretched, pregnant with anticipation. Every breath, every heartbeat seemed amplified in the silence of the tomb. As if in response to her touch, the hieroglyphs on the sarcophagus flared. Ancient symbols, long dormant, now blazed with life, telling stories of gods and kings. A low hum resonated through the chamber, a sound that seemed to come from the very walls themselves. It was as if the tomb was awakening from a long slumber. The air crackled with energy, a palpable force that made the hair on their arms stand on end. It was a sensation both thrilling and terrifying. A wave of dizziness swept through the group, a disorienting rush that left them unsteady. The power of the artifact was overwhelming, its influence undeniable. "Back!" Omar shouted, his voice laced with terror. He had read the legends, the warnings of curses that protected such treasures. "The curse, it is real." His words echoed in the chamber, a stark reminder of the dangers they faced. The realization hit them like a tidal wave. But his warning came too late. The forces they had unleashed were beyond their control, ancient and powerful. The sarcophagus lid, as if propelled by an unseen force, shattered into 1,000 pieces. The sound was deafening, a cataclysmic event that shook the very foundations of the tomb. A blinding light erupted, bathing the chamber in an otherworldly glow. It was a light that seemed to come from another realm, illuminating the ancient secrets that had been hidden for so long. The Jewel of the Nile had awakened, and with it the mysteries of an ancient world. Section 5. Frozen in Time's Embrace. As the light subsided, a collective gasp escaped the stunned onlookers. There, lying in state, was Queen Neferet. Her beauty was breathtaking, untouched by time. However, her eyes held a cold, malevolent gleam. She was not at peace, she was awakened. A low, guttural growl escaped her lips. It sent shivers down their spines. One by one, starting with the archaeologists closest to the sarcophagus, a strange paralysis began to set in. It spread through the chamber like an invisible wave. Their flesh began to harden, turning cold and unyielding. Fear, raw and primal, gripped their hearts as they realized the curse of the ancient queen was no mere legend. They were living it. Each breath felt like a victory as their bodies slowly betrayed them. Section 6. The Scroll of Thoth and the Riddle of Ages. Daniel, his historian's mind racing, remembered an ancient scroll he had studied. It was a moment of clarity amidst the chaos, a beacon of hope in the dark labyrinth of their predicament. The Scroll of Thoth, it was called, rumored to hold the key to breaking ancient curses. Legends spoke of its power, a relic from a time when gods walked among men and magic was woven into the fabric of everyday life. He frantically searched through the satchel he had carried into the tomb, his fingers clumsily sifting through his notes. Each piece of parchment, each fragment of history seemed to mock his desperation. Evelyn, her voice a strained whisper, saw the desperation in her nephew's eyes. She had always been the calm in the storm, the steady hand guiding their quest, but now, even she was faltering. "Daniel!" she rasped, her own body succumbing to the petrification. "Find the scroll! Hurry!" Her words were a lifeline, a final plea as the curse tightened its grip. Her words were cut short as the curse crept up her neck, silencing her voice but not her unwavering gaze. Her eyes, filled with a mixture of fear and determination, urged him on. Time, once their ally in unraveling history's mysteries, had become their enemy. The sands of time, which they had so often sifted through in search of answers, now threatened to bury them. Each tick of the clock brought them closer to an eternity trapped within their petrified prisons. The relentless march of seconds echoed in Daniel's mind, a countdown to their doom. The weight of their discovery, the consequences of their ambition, settled upon them with suffocating certainty. They had sought knowledge, but now it seemed they had found only their own destruction. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows over the ancient ruins, Daniel felt the enormity of their situation. The Scroll of Thoth was their only hope, a fragile thread in the tapestry of fate. With renewed determination, he continued his search, driven by the memory of Evelyn's unwavering gaze. He would not let her sacrifice be in vain. Finally, his fingers brushed against the familiar texture of the ancient scroll. He unrolled it with trembling hands, the hieroglyphs dancing before his eyes. The words, though ancient, seemed to pulse with life, a testament to the enduring power of knowledge. Daniel knew that within these lines lay the key to their salvation. The riddle of ages was before him, a challenge that had transcended time. With every ounce of his being, he focused on deciphering the scroll, knowing that their lives depended on it. The fate of their expedition, the legacy of their quest, hung in the balance. Daniel's heart pounded in his chest, but his resolve was unshakable. He would solve the riddle, he would break the curse, and he would save them all.